sincerely, seriously, deeply. Let us ensure the Ekadasha Vyaktitvas in us, like Ekadasha Rudra, an inspired Vyaktitva, hard-working Vyaktitva, Sadhaka Vyaktitva. 3. Jignasu Vyaktitva, Shrota Vyaktitva, Mumukshu Vyaktitva. 6. Bhakta Vyaktitva, Shishya Vyaktitva, Viragi Vyaktitva. 9. Lokasevaka, Dharma Samsthapaka. 11 Vyaktitvas. Also, just feel Shruti Smriti Purana Idihasa Rupa, the Bhagavan's presence in front, and feel the desire to study all of them, understand all of them, follow all of them, and reach the goal indicated by them ardently, sincerely, right away. Same way, remember Paramatma alone as the Guru Tattva, Guru Tattva alone as Guru Parampara, Guru Parampara alone as Swa Guru Swa Acharyas. Just make a huge group of all of them in front and salutations to them, pranams to them, requesting them to guide us all the time till we reach to the truth. Offer flowers to them, offer pranams to them, offer gratitudes to them, offer sevas to them. And then remember all the Devata Ganas, the group of Aditya Ganas, the group of Rudra Ganas, the Devata group of Dikpala Ganas, the Devata group of Graha Ganas, the Devatas of the Vasus, the Devatas of Indra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, all of them in front of us. Make them seated in beautiful asanas. Argyapadya Puja, let us do to them right now. Request them. Oh Lord, we need powers at all our faculties. So much that we are able to pierce through. Inside all the layers of misunderstandings to understand the truth, and outside for that piercing through all the non and inability to understand of the Shastras. तो शास्त्रों में छुपा हुआ ज्ञान को, हमारे अंदर छुपा हुआ तत्व को, हम सारे लेयर्स को छिन्न भिन्न करते हुए जान पाए. You know, each devata, Vayu devata should give us the prana shakti. Indra devata should give us hasta shakti. Vishnu devata should give us the pada charana shakti. Isn't it? Pada shakti is both. To move the legs are required, even to sit quietly without the pains in the legs. For that also, Vishnu Krupa is required. So to Chandrama required for Mano Niyantrana. Vasudeva required for Chitta Shuddhi. Then Brahaspati required for the subtlety of the Buddhi. Rudra is required for the humbleness of the Aham. Ityadi. So to all devatas we are doing puja, we are requesting them to empower us all the time. Then go to the Ishvara. In whatever the form you can see him, even Nirakara also chalega. That Ishvara, Saguna Sakara Heto, you can make him also sit in the Simhasana, Abhishekadi, Pujadi, Stutyadi, Japadi, Nama Sankirtanadi, Pranama Adi, all you can do. Pray to him. Bhagavan, so clear now. It is only your grace which can remove the curtains of Maya Moha and reveal the truth. So please do not delay. Don't be finding any cause not to bless me. Let only one cause rule our relation, that I am praying to you. Even if my prayer is out of my ignorance, innocence, arrogance, it is superficial. It is without depth. without pure intention, without the knowledge behind. Yet, I am praying to you to remove those Maya curtains and reveal truth to me. This is enough for you to do the same because you are Krupalu Karunamaya. Then we shift to the Brahma Tattva. You know, just have a feeling beyond the Panchakoshas, beyond the three Dehas, beyond the three Avasthas, beyond all the triputis of Drashta, Darshana, Drishya, Jnata, Jnanam, Gneyam, behind all Stula, Sukshma, Karana, supporting all the Vyashti, Samashti, that Brahman I am. O Brahma Tattva, reveal to us. May we detach ourselves from all Upadhi which was creating Jiva Bhava and Samsara. May we identify with you and experience the Mukta Sthiti. It is in your kindness. You have to reveal, as it is said in the Upanishad, Yameva Runute Tena Labhyaha. So we are doing the Varanam of you. Here also, if our Varanam of you is not deep enough, sufficient enough to convince you, satisfy you, you make it happen from our side. But see to it that you bless us. In this way, every day we have to remember. Having done this beautiful Shastra, we have taken for Adhyanam Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayanam. Here we are seeing how Bhagavan Rama objectifying all upadhis and showing us the doshas in them so that the attachment identity with them is withdrawn. Then the unnecessary pursuits also get withdrawn. Like somebody you like, a friend. Always you think about that friend, try to get the gifts for that friend, make that friend happy by some or the other means. But somehow pata chala ki he is not worthy of friendship. Then you cut the relation. Thereafter, do you do anything? Still, we don't do. So to our upadhis, by mistake we identified with them with ahanta, mamata, mahyam relations, because of which throughout life we are catering only to their whims, fancies, needs, demands. But once we objectified them and discovered that they are the source of all bondage, then we detach from them. Once we detach from them, all pursuits to satisfy them obviously get curtailed. Then we gain all our time, energy, attention. All of that should be now focused on the truth or the reality. Like in the rehabilitation homes, what happens? Somebody is, let us say, chore by profession for 10 years. So he has rehabilitated. Then he is made to change from the mind. So instead of chore, whatever the skills he was using earlier to do the chori, same skills are made to be used for some positive work. Isn't it? In our Indian nation, interesting. Even terrorists are not Naxalites also become ministers, MLS, ministers, but they got changed. Same way, we were losing all ability faculties in vain pursuits because of ignorance, delusion. Now, studying Rama's guidance, we get out of them, use all our powers only in pursuit of the everlasting, the true, the real, the permanent, the actual bliss giving, moksha giving, immortality giving experience. Why should there be any vagueness in this regard? And how long it should be? And why not this knowledge becomes stronger? And why take time? And why not, once this knowledge is pakka, pursue the same? Why not enhance our own moksha? Why delay it? These are the questions everyone should ask. Then the answer is just intensely involving in pouring all whatever have. जैसे देशभक्त कहते हैं, मैं अपने खून का आखिरी जो बूंद तक देश के लिए त्याग करूंगा और मेरे पैसे का आखिरी रुपया भी मैं लोक सेवा के लिए करूंगा और मैंने आखिरी सांस भी भगवान के लिए या कोई सेवा के लिए करूँगा. Isn't it? There are promises made by people, they actually do it. Same way, the commitment in us, ki all ability, all energies, all times, we use only for the pursuit of the excellence or the truth. Isn't it? Only two things will happen. One, either we realize the self or we die. First happens, the goal is achieved. Die, the death is not just like that. It will lead us to the better, greater equipments and conveniences further, where the journey continues. Isn't it? Can this thought click in us? Ki once understood Paramatma alone is the goal. Why not pour out all our ability energies only for it? What for anything else to be wasted them? Why should not be there? Any, there should not be any attachments for anything for draining away energy is there. Now we have to have fear for the pursuit of Paramatma because pursuing Paramatma is the ultimate eternal goal. So when one really gets convinced about him, neither Nidra becomes an obstruction, nor giving up Vishayavastus becomes a difficult thing, nor planning becomes difficult regarding sadhana, nor doing one by one sadhana with enthusiasm, with joy. Like we saw in the morning class, the fourth topic. Are we loving our sadhana? Isn't it? All of that can will happen. So may Rama, may Vasishtha Vishwamitra, may Valmiki Vyasa, Vamadeva, Bharadwaja, and all Acharya Guru Rishi Parampara, Bhagavan bless us in this regard. Now let us continue. The Chitta Dauratmya as shown to us by Rama through contemplation. Remember, when all these things are said, some of them already we see in us. What some of them? Most of them. Few of them you have to understand that if not today, tomorrow such things can come. Therefore, preventively also we can understand this the way the Chitta Duratma binds us and we can take the precautions, preventives and protect ourselves. Many of them can be felt in us. And the sad part of it is our Chitta like an enemy behaving like this. Even to become aware of this also, we are not ready, that much lethargic. We are like the children. तुम जो कर रहे हो बेटा गलत है, ऐसा करो तो ठीक होगा, ये आप कहना चाहते हो, even for that they are not available. This is called the utter Muda Bhumika of Tamoguna along with arrogance. Ki, who are you to tell me? Why should you tell me? Why should I listen? I don't want to understand. I don't want to change. See that? That's called Pramada, Alasya, Nidra, Ityadi, Tamoguni Lakshanas. Even to listen that your own chitta is victimizing you, we are not ready. So unfortunate, isn't it? Like Arjuna, throughout life, me, my brother, our Rajyam, he was lost in that only, though he was a good person, though he was the dharmic person, he was serving the elders, but not available for the Jagat Guru, Lord Krishna, to teach. Only in the Yuddha Kshetra, तब उनको अकल आया, सरेंडर किया, he heard the whole knowledge. Clear? So, this is also another point of observation in us. How much we are ready to listen and learn from the gurus and change ourselves for better. If in these things the answer is no, then not even God can save us. Full stop. Not even God can save. Because you are not allowing Him to save. Because this is the only way the God saves. Comes in the form of the Guru and teaches the Jnanam to change ourselves. We are ready, not ready even to listen to that Jnanam also. We can't find even time for our Shastra Dhenam to learn from the Mahatmas, Masters, Gurus. Then imagine how much we are lost. Isn't it? That's the most pitiable, painful thing. Seeing which alone, the Vyasaji has given all Shastras, the Adi Shankarji has given all Shastra and Bhashyas, great Mahatmas like Gurudev, throughout life they have spent. in bringing that awareness and awakening in all the masses, बेटा पहले सुनने को तैयार हो जाओ, सुनो कि कहाँ गड़बड़ हो रहा है, समझो, फिर अपने आप को सुधारो. सुनने को ही तैयार नहीं. Like patient going on suffering, but not listening to anyone, even what is the cause of that suffering, can it be avoided? Isn't it? They do their own variety of methods or prakriyas, remedies. None of them work. Each of their remedies adding to the disease only. But there are वृद्धास, experienced people, the medical doctors are there. तो ask them, they tell, नहीं, ये विचित्र अहंकार हमको होता है. देखो, हम पैसे हो या ना हमारे पास, विद्या हो या ना हो, immaterial. Without or with any one of them, we can be egoistic. And the sign of ego is not wanting even to listen. If we don't listen, how do we know? Without knowing, how we can try to change? Without efforts, how can change? Without our changing, how can we become better? So this is another crucial point to ponder over. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ओम आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्. श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने. कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं. वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिं. यद्वाक्यामृतपायिनां प्रतिपदं सत्यं सुधानीरसा यद्वाक्यार्थविचारणादभिमतः सर्गोऽपि कारागृहं. यद्वाणी विशदात्मपूर्णमनसां तुच्छं जगत्तूलवत् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे. यस्यार्षं प्रथिता जगत्त्रयहिता सा वेदमाता परा. यश्चक्रे तपसा वशे सुरगणान् अन्यसिसृक्षुर्जगत् तं बोधाम्बुनिधिं तवस्य मूढालङ्कारचिन्तामणिं विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्. श्रुत्या ब्रह्मैव रामः प्रकटितमहिमा येन तस्मै वसिष्ठः. यः सीतां ब्रह्मविद्यामिव सदसि पुनः सत्यशुद्धां किलादात्. यद्वाणी मोहमूलं शमयति जगत् आनन्दसन्दोहदोग्ध्री तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः. पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने. यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम्. एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्री महर्षि वशिष्ठाय नमः. श्री महर्षि विश्वामित्र मुनये नमः. श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षे नमः. श्री वामदेव भरद्वाज वेदव्यासादि महर्षिभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः सर्वेषां तेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे इव अनुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शन अनुग्रह साधनानाम् अनुभूति प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हिन्दव संस्कृतेः सम्प्रदायानां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्परायाः भक्तिज्ञानयोगवेदान्तादि मोक्षमार्गाणां पुनरुत्थानजागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कङ्कणबद्धस्माकं सह सर्वेषां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां श्रेयविलासिनां भक्तशिष्यसाधकसेवकानां पूर्ण आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधना प्रेरणा उत्साह प्राप्ति बाह्य अभ्यंतर समस्त शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव मंदिर कृष्ण मंदिर आदि समस्त मंदिराणां पुनर्वाप्तितेषु निरंतर शास्त्रोक्त विधिना उपासना पूजा यज्ञ यागादि सत्संगादि शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा विश्वे धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां पुनः प्रसरणेन विश्वस्य कल्याणार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्रीयोग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्र पारायण अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अतः श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्रीयोग वासिष्ठ महारामायणं प्रथम प्रकरणं वैराग्य प्रकरणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तदा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यो भासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम अथ षोडश सर्गः। श्रीराम उवाच। Friends, we have seen the 14th mantra. Very important one. Santatamarashadhumena chintajwalakulena cha vahninev trunam shushkam mune dagdhosmi chetasa. So, hey mune chetasa dagdha asmi. I am burnt by the chitta agni. Mune dagdha asmi chetasa. Like the dry blades of grass or grass heap is burnt by the fire, I am burnt by the fire of my own chitta. And what are the two things in chitta which have the firing, burning effect on me? Santata amarsha dhuma, then chinta jvala akula. Santata, continuous. Santata means unbroken. Samyak tatam. Like the ajya dharavat, like the pouring of the oil. How it is santata dhara. Same way santata amarsha. Amarsha is disappointment, dejection, leading to a variety of angers, wraths, vengeances, etc. When we desired something that is not fulfilled but not completely, not continuously, then the disappoint, the angers which come are called as amarsha. Santata amarsha. And it is a natural state of mind being amarsha yukta because no desire in the world has given continuous, complete happiness to anyone, even if it is fulfilled. Therefore, one corner of mind, even though is enjoying the results, but the other corner of amarsha, it can be again about the fear also that this result will end, or the fear that that is being earned in an unrighteous manner, or a fear that it may go away, or somebody takes it away, or I have to share it with others. All of that are the amarshas in us. So that is like a dhuma. When the too much of fog, smoke is there, in that smoke, when you get caught up, how suffocating it is. Wow, रे बाप. कभी जाना कहीं धुआंधार जगह पे 2 मिनट रहना, पता चलेगा तब कितना वो दुखी होएगा. Eyes will burn, the ears will burn, nostrils burn, throat will burn, the dhua going inside the chest and all. Oh, bray, every type of that inhalation related problems, है ना, लंग रिलेटेड. कैसा जिंदगी तो हमारा भी हो जाएगा धुआं से बंधित, तो वो उसके कारण शरीर भी छोड़ते हैं. अस्थमा गिस्थमा जो आता है तो अस्थमा. That is called as dhuma. Amarsha itself is dhuma. Then do you think Do we learn? We learn from the earlier dejections, disappointments, humiliations, insults, and stop craving for those bhogas or favors from the things and world? No, from things and beings. What do we do? Chinta. Kaisa. Chinta means anxiety, worry about future for how this desire can be fulfilled, which object can give fulfillment, how to procure that object, which person can give my satisfaction, how to make that person my friend. Hamesha chintan ki jagah chinta. That itself is jwala. It burns. Why it burns? Because that chinta itself is wrong pursuit. That's not going to fulfill heart in all. We know it also. But yet we are helpless, victims of it, because from the gurus we have not taken the guidance sufficient to know what is the ultimate that has to be pursued. सबका एक ही आंसर है, जो परमानेंट है, शाश्वत है, तो परब्रह्म आत्म तत्व है, उसको परस्यू करना. This is the only solution, because of the absence of this pursuit only all vain pursuits have taken roots in our heart, and in that we are getting disappointed. Amarsha and Chinta. सन्ततामर्षधूमेन चिन्ताज्वालाकुलेन च वह्निना इव तृणं शुष्कं शुष्कं तृणं dry grass वह्निना इव with the fire as it gets burnt, so too he mune with that chitta of hamesha amarsha hamesha chinta jwala, with that chitta I am dagdhosmi, I am getting burnt. And the pain of dagdhata we all know. समथिंग हैंड ड्रैग, कोई थोड़ा गर्म तेल पानी बूंद गिरा तो कितना वो ज्वलन होता है. इवन इट इज सबक्यूटेनियस लेवल में जाकर बियॉन्ड द अपर स्किन, दैट फ्लैश को बर्न करता है. दैट पेन इज 10 days. अगर ऊपर पर स्किन पे हुआ, यू जस्ट रब इट ऑफ, अप्लाई सम एक्सटर्नल ऑइंटमेंट, ठीक होता है. बट द सबक्यूटेनियस बर्निंग हुआ, then it will become pus and all. Those sensitive cells to recoup again takes so many days. If the wrong food is taken, it becomes septic. If it allow for any bacterial infection, it aggravates. I'm just telling physical level में, when the burning is little deeper, how it pains. How if that burning has gone more deeper, हो ना, the second degree वाले तो गया, wherein even going beyond the flesh, the muscles or the nerves are burnt, मानो. Oh, बाप रे! Sometimes that pain is because burn is such a disease, that's a problem. You can't treat it. You can't give anesthesia to a patient with burns. He'll have to suffer only. इन द सेम वे, जिसे चित्ता ज्वाला की तरह हमको जलाता है. Rama feeling is that dukkha. He is expressing. He is becoming aware of it. We are also feeling that dukkha, but we are in some intoxication of finding some solution for it in wrong means. Therefore, we are distracted only from the attention of the dukkha, not freed from the dukkha. आया बात समझ में? Like the people with all these mental physical pains, they distract through some drinks or drugs. They are distracted. They have not lost the pain or gone beyond the pain. हमेशा है. राम जी याद समझ रहे हैं और सामने रख रहे हैं. चिंता is like a ज्वाला, चित्ता is like a ज्वाला burning me. And it is true with us also. Then the Guru Upadesha is the one which quietens that Jwala and directs our attention to ultimate. Next, wonderful shlokas, each of them. We are doing the Pandrahama shloka. Krurena jadatam yatah Krishna bharyanugamina shavam kauleyakeneva brahman bhuktosmi chetasa. This is a more terrible way of expression how the chitta is torturing us. एक example, एक explanation is true. Each one trouble set as one place or other, one time or the other. Like we have in body so many parts. Not that all parts give dukkha at one time only, but every part gives dukkha at one time or the other till we die. You know, depending on more prarabdhas, isn't it? At the childhood, the different problems will be there. Youth age में different parts will problem. As we become middle age, old age, अलग अलग होता है. isn't it? Like the legs and knees and bones problem. When you are children or youth, उस समय पता ही नहीं चलता. हट्टे कट्टे धूम धड़ाका दौड़ो भागो. But once 40-45 हो गया, slowly the bones have given up because उनका जितना सर्विस पीरियड है धीरे धीरे कम हो रहा है. Then pain, isn't it? So too at that young age, any amount you eat, you just digest. Indigestion problem होता ही नहीं. But once again, certain age हो गया, little hard food, it won't get digested. Then, because of no digestion, energy is not there. Because of no digestion, appetite is not there. Therefore, no new food is eaten. Eaten food is not digested. A peculiar weakness, energylessness comes. पेट भरा है लेकिन एनर्जी नहीं है. Don't we feel all that? That's why धीरे धीरे as we grow from the solid to slowly semi solid food we have to go. Doctors कहते हैं consult them. I'm not doctor. एक उम्र में जो खाओ हजम होता है, एक उम्र में जो हजम होता है वही खाओ. Simple. Each one. In the same way, chitta also won't bring all its arrows or weapons to destroy us at one time. So each different time, different problems it brings. All those probable problems which Chitta brings to us, Sri Rama is narrating in this chapter. So in the earlier chapter, it was Ahankar. Before that, it was the Lakshmi. Before that, the general samsara. Jivita Asha Garhanam, Lakshmi Garhanam, Ahankara Garhanam, here Chitta Dauratma Garhanam. But if you like a bird's eye view, if we are able to see all chapters, all contents told by Rama, it was a very tough job. Huh? You have to be Ashtavadhani or Shatavadhani, you have to be. But the joy you will know there. कि how deeply, detailedly, perfectly Bhagavan Rama is guiding here. How we have to think or contemplate. You know, Rama, please remember, by doing the practice of dharma, he became us that way Guru. Rama by living and teaching. Vedanta, that way also became Guru. Rama, how to do the thinking about the problem creating upadhis so that we get Vairagya from them. That also he demonstrated and became Guru there also. शिष्य के रूप में बनकर गुरु बने, साधक के रूप में वो धर्म निर्वाण करके गुरु बने, सिद्ध पुरुष के रूप में भी इज ए गुरु टू अस. Really interesting, no? Don't think that Rama has gone through all this dukkha bechara. No, he's a Paramatma. Now, how can he go through? He, as a human being, demonstrating to us this is how you have to contemplate about your friend like thinking enemy, the chitta, how it is playing havoc in you. So to the ahankara, so to the value given to the outer ownerships called as Lakshmi in the earlier chapters. आगे और भी बहुत chapters, बहुत topics आएंगे. In this slokas 15 he says, क्रूरेण चेतसा तृष्णा भार्या अनुगामिना चेतसा जड़ताम यातः. देन कौलेय क्षमम कौलेयकेन इव ब्रह्मन् भुक्तः अस्मि. अब देखो, वेरी वेरी पावरफुल वे ऑफ सेइंग इट इज. थोड़ा सुनने को थोड़ा ऐसा भी लगता है ना. ही सेज क्रूरेण जड़ताम यातः, लाइक हाउ ए टाइगर pounces upon a prey, deer, etc. यार कुत्ते का एग्जाम्पल दे रहे हैं. दो कुत्ते, मियाँ बीवी कुत्ते अटैक करके let us say they killed another animal like let us say rat or something. Then how do they नोच नोच के खाते हैं? See that scenery. With krurata, they attack whatever that small animal and kill it. Killing that is called as jadatam yatah. Then they pounce on it and they eat away. So therefore, what is that? This chitta, what is it doing? Krurena, because it's krurata, it's cruelty. What is the cruelty of the chitta? Thinking only about the bhoga and for that all type of papa. This is the krurata of the chitta, cruelty. Because of which, what it is giving, making me jadatam yataha. I am made jada. I am made non-thinker. I am made non-understander. Because what chitta is doing, that only I consider as correct. तो here the क्रूरता के चित्त के क्रूरता ने मुझे जड़ बना दिया. So चित्ता is the dog. क्रूरता is its attacking. जड़ता को मेरे को जड़ बनाया मतलब it is almost killed me only. Then who is there along with this chitta, along with krurata? Trishna bharya anugavina. This dog of chitta has its own bharya. What is its bharya? Trishna. The trishna, endless desires, endless thirst, etc. So the dog and doggy, both of them, male and female dogs. What do they do? That whatever the animal they killed, now it has become Shava. So to that Shava, Shavam Kauleyekena. Kauleyeka is the dog. Shava means the dead carcass of some animal. Shavam Kauleyekena iva he Brahman bhuktosmi. Like that, the dead animal is being eaten by the male and female dogs after attacking with krurata. So the chitta is krurata, then the trishna is its wife. With those two, my chitta, with krurata and the trishna, I am being eaten away. First I am made jada, non-thinker, and eaten away is shavam kauleyekena. देखो शव को जैसे कुत्ते नोच कर खाते हैं. You know, it's a common scene in the jungles and all. The siar ho ya kutte ho, how they eat away. So I am being eaten by, like I am made first jadata. You know how the tigers they attack. पहले वो गला पकड़कर उस एनिमल को मार देते. So it has become jada now. Now it will pounce upon it and eat खा लेते. You observe all these animal related channels. The lion, इतना बड़ा जो भी एनिमल क्रूर, it is buffalo हो, giraffe हो, hippopotamus हो, crocodile हो, any other. Elephant को भी गला पकड़कर उसको जो मेन काट के मार देते. That's क्रूरता से जड़ कर देना उसको. Then the trishna, how it pounces on it and नोच नोच के खाने का. That scene is like trishna. That is a bharya. And then नोच नोच के खाना is Shivam Kauleyakena Bhuktosmi Chetasa. I am being eaten away. So here who is eaten here? The human being, a prospectus, spiritual sadhaka is eaten away. A person of calmness and quietness is eaten away. A person of dharma is eaten away, or a person who should have a purpose in life, higher achievable, is eaten away by this chitta, krura with its bharya and trishna, making me the jada, not allowing me to think at all about what's the purpose of life, etc. So you can see the dog and doggy attacking animal, killed and eating. So to the chitta with its krurata, chitta with its trishna, attacking me, making me jada, and they are eating me. Eating me means no, I am not there as a purusharthi now. A goal, a higher goal in life. Isn't it? A study of Shastra, getting guided. कुछ भी नहीं है बस. I am dead only. I am eaten away only by them. And कभी कभी तो before that animal fully dies, these things eat them. Isn't it? That is their way. उनको पाप पुण्य वगैरह नहीं होता. But we being human beings sensitive, then we think like that. That's okay. That's a different subject altogether, not the topic here. So, krurena jadatam yatah tushna bharya anugamina शवम कौलेयकेन इवा हे ब्रह्मन भुक्तोस्मि चेतसा. आई एम ईटन बाय माय ओन चित्त. मेरा ही चित्त कुत्ता बनकर मुझे काट कर खा रहा है. पहले उसने मुझे क्रूरता से जड़ बना दी, फिर अपने भार्या तृष्णा को भी बुलाया और दोनों मिलकर खा रहे मुझे. You know, in all these tiger and anyways, ऐसा होता. The main one will go and kill it, and it calls all its family. They come together and eat. So I am eaten away by this Trishna एंड जड़ता युक्त चित्त, क्रूरता के कारण जड़ बन गया, मैं बन गया हूँ. हाँ, नेक्स्ट वन इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट. तरंग तरला स्फाल वृत्तिना जड़ रूपिणा तटवृक्ष इव उघेन ब्रह्मन्निहितोऽस्मि चेतसा. Almost is a well known example. Taranga means waves. Tarala taranga, very strong, powerful, continuous waves. Aspala, hitting. है ना. वृत्तिना जड़ रूपिणा, with these vrittis which are about the jada jagat only. When the example is given, you will understand. Ki tata vruksha iva oghena. है ना, there is a river. To the banks of the river tata, there is a vruksha. Then this ogha, this what I call the flow of the waters, the terrible flow of the waters, slowly attacking. What it does finally with that tree, it will uproot the tree and make it get flown in the waters. खासकर इन बरखा वाला सीजन में आप देखोगे, ऑल द माउंटेन से आने वाले रिवर्स, इतना पानी होता है ना. When they are coming down, enroot big trees will be there of 50 year, 100, 200 year age. कोई उसका ख्याल नहीं. They uproot them, then they flow. So in the same way, the chitta with its vrittis, chitta रूपी नदी, वृत्ति रूपी तरंगों से, like the yoga chitta vritti nirodha, उसका इसका संबंध आप जोड़ लो. Again I will not tell. So chitta of the nadi with its vrittis of the taranga, I am the tree, it is uprooting me and carrying me in its flow. That is the meaning. Taranga tarala aspala vrittina jada rupina. And what are the chitta vrittis? Jada vrittis. Jada vritti means any vritti in which the theme is not Paramatma. All vrittis are jada because Paramatma alone is Chaitanya Sarup. Other than him is everything jada. और जड़ विषयों के बारे में सोचने वाला चित्त और वृत्तियां भी जड़ वृत्तियां हो जाते हैं. सो तरंग तरलास्पाल वृत्तिना जड़ रूपिण तट वृक्षैव उघेन ब्रह्मन्नीतोऽस्मि चेतसा. So here one simile, one comparison. What can understand is the waves of the river hitting the tree are in our life like the number of sankalpas, efforts we have put to fulfill this or that desire. Unfulfillment of them are the ones like the waves which continuously hit us. Sometimes fulfilled, but still there is a lobha for it. There is no satisfaction. Or if that's fulfilled, that instigates asha in us for the other desire. है कि नहीं, ये घर बनाए तो और एक बनाऊंगा, ये गाड़ी खरीदा और एक घर, इस नया मैंने संस्था बनाई तो और एक बना दूंगा, ये दोस्त हो गए तो और चार को दोस्त बनाता हूँ. सो दिस आर द मेन थिंग्स. So one by one way of hitting is one by one other disappointments, or even if we have succeeded, the other more and more greedy desires for the same thing or the variety of desires. They are called as the Jada Rupi Vrittis in us, which doesn't allow me to stay stable like the tree standing tall. I am uprooted, I am made to flow in that Taranga. Isn't it? Thereafter, once the tree uprooted, taken by the water, has it got any freedom now? No freedom. It has no life at all also of its own. In the same way, I am without freedom. I am being uprooted and made to flow along with these vrittis, these chitta nadi. Taranga tarla aspala vrittina jadarupina tatavruksha iva oghena. Like the flow of water uproots and takes the tree which is at the tata, so too Brahman चेतसा नीतोस्मि. तो चित्त वृत्तियां मार मार के मुझे अपने साथ ले जा रहे, मैं तट में रहकर वृत्तियों का साक्षी बनकर अपने स्वरूप को जान नहीं पा रहा हूं. In that way we have to understand, isn't it? Either desire to be fulfilled, or fulfilled desires greed for it, or disappointment if it's not fulfilled, and if that is sufficiently fulfilled, then desire for something else. These are the Taranga Ogha, Nirantara hitting us. And then we are not like the stable tree at the banks, stationary to remain Sakshi to all of them and to discover our real self. No? So Taranga Tarla Aspala Rutina Jadarupina Tatavruksha Ivoghena Brahman Itosmi Chetasa. Isn't it? Is it not? So how much contemplation Rama has done and seeing himself how the chitta vrittis are taking this purushartha karne wale jiva ko toward the artha kama purushartha, not allowing him to turn to the opposite direction and moksha purushartha. One more shloka. अवांतर ये जो ब्यूटीफुल है मुझे अच्छा लगा. अवांतर निपाताय शून्ये वा भ्रमणाय च तृणं चंड अनिलेन इव दूरे नीतोस्मि चेतसा. Wonderful. Anila is vayu, anala is fire. Please see the difference between them. अलम जो नहीं कहता है उसको अनलम कहते हैं. अलम इज इनफ. फायर नेवर सेज इनफ. therefore it is called अनलम. जितना भी डालो खाता ही जाएगा. This is अनलम. Anila is one which never stays at one place, continuously moves. Therefore वायु is called as अनिला. इसका निलनम निलयनम नहीं है, एक जगह रुकता नहीं. Now this vayu, interesting, when it blows, especially when you see the tornadoes or at the time of the eye of this tufan hitting the borders or the banks. Even when some seasons, annually every place, the season of few days where heavy winds blow. 5 किलोमीटर 10 किलोमीटर 20 किलोमीटर, कहीं कहीं 40-50, बाप रे, 40-50 किलोमीटर स्पीड ही डरा देता है हमको. इन सम कंट्रीज, अमेरिका वगैरह, कभी कभी 100-120 स्पीड winds and tornadoes they become. भवंडर, बाप रे, वो तो फिर it will lift the cars only into the sky, the houses, the cars, etc. Now here the example is the anila lifts, let us say, a dry blade of grass or even a leaf dried either from the ground or the tree. What it does, it takes that leaf or grass to float in the air for long time. है ना, ले जाता ले जाता ले जाता घुमा. फाइनली जहां था ये लीफ वहां नहीं ले आता. Somewhere it displaces. So just like the wind takes and makes the leaves float to different heights in the sky, only finally to put it in a displaced distance or place somewhere else. In the same way, my own chitta, by projecting so many imaginations of the objects and desires, pushing me to do the karma as a karma phala, it is lifting me into some or the other worlds in the sky above. अगर पुण्य कर्म है तो, isn't it? ये स्वर्ग लोक से लेकर यक्ष किन्नर आदि, if they are my karma, अच्छे ऊपर के पुण्य कर्म है. If a karma are nicha nikrushta, I am thrown again somewhere on the earth or even in the below earth, the dungeon levels of Narakadi Loka. Or on the earth also, not as human, but all the variety of living beings which we are seeing into any one of them. Which is the one which is taking me into those different lokas and also displacing me into some other bodies other than human, this wind called as chitta. Just like the wind lifts the leaves and makes it wander here, finally एक जगह पे फेंकता है. So to my own chitta, through its sankalpa and pushing me to do karma, having made me do karma, takes me to different lokas and then puts me in some animal buffalo yoni. He is observant about it. Because even now when we become calm, quiet in our heart and look into the thoughts in our heart, little sensitive, little alert if we become, we will know ki what sharira we deserve. Buffalo, because so lazy like that only. All of us can think and understand अगला हमको कौन सा जन्म टेंटेटिवली भगवान देने वाले हैं. Because as the chitta, so the sharira. है ना, वे वेरी क्रूअल, सबको धोखा दे रहा हूँ, मार रहा हूँ, है ना, सबके पैसे लूट रहा हूँ. सो दैट क्रूरता इन मी is a sign that I will become some of the either Rakshasa or any Krura animal. Isn't it? No, my heart is so tender, so soft, loving, kind to all. So I am going to have saintly life. पता चल जाता है ना, थोड़ा आंख बंद करके देखो. Only bhogi, enjoying the objects of the world, that also lower type of things. And that too with papa, then animal even. Or wanting so much of bhoga and therefore doing good works only for that. Go to the Swarga Sharira. He says that's what Avantara Nipataya Shunyeva Brahmanaya cha. Avantara Nipata means making me fall in some other yonis of lower ones. Shunyeva Brahmanaya cha means to make me do the Brahmana in the upper lokas. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. So avantara nipataya shunyava brahmanaya cha trunam chanda anilena eva. Chanda anila means the terrible winds. Chanda means prachanda. जो बहुत फास्ट घूमने वाला हवा. चंडा अनिल के द्वारा तृणम जैसे ग्रास इज शून्य भ्रमणाय मीन्स इधर आकाश भ्रमण करता है. शून्य मीन्स आकाश. देन अवांतर निपातनम falling somewhere else. In the same way, falling somewhere else is taking birth in one other animal yonis. Avanta Shunya Brahmanam is taking into different higher worlds depending on my own karmas. In this way, wind, the chitta is continuously taking me. And remember, once this wind makes this grass or patta float in the air for some time. After that, when it puts that to fall somewhere, that's the end of it, not the end of it. Again, the second wave of the wind, it comes, again it lifts it from there, again हवा में घुमाएगा, फिर से दूसरी जगह पे गिराता है. You understand? In the same way, chitta making me do the papa punya karma, taking me to different lokas. And again, once I come to the karma loka, again, like this time, chitta is making me do any the laukika karma for laukika phala. It will make me do again. Again, I go for it. Like, I pay for the flight and hotel, etc. Then I am taken for all those trips. Then I am sent back to my place. So too, I do lot of papa, then I'll be put in the jail or the dukkha. Once the tenure of punishment is over, again I am released. In either cases, when I go for the beautiful trip and come back, again I work to earn the money to go next time. So too, when I am released from the jail out of the after the punishment for the crime done, again I do the next crime for the next jailing. Again come back. So the coming back is coming back to the human life, earning the money for the great picnics or great trips is called doing the punyam, or doing the crime, etc. To go to the jail is like doing the papa. Who is making all these do? That is a question important. Chitta. Chitta में है ना सारे लक्षण संकल्प, all of them are coming my own chitta. And because of that, I am bhatking in the higher worlds, in the lower worlds. Again, human. So the idea is what? Only in the Arthakama Dharma, Arthakama Dharma, Arthakama Dharma Punya. In that only I am bhatagram. Moksha Purushartha is not clicking to. Is not in our own life. Such an amount of years we lived only in Dharma Artha Kama. उसमें भी अर्थ काम ज्यादा, कभी कभी धर्म. मोक्ष के बारे में सुनने को भी डर है हमको. What a funniest, saddest paradox and joke this is, that we want to live life continuous of the bondage through dharma artha kama. Here and hereafter, we are afraid of. We think as if it is not at all related to us or required to us, the listening about moksha purushartha. Can there be more laughable thing than this anything? But that's how the power of chitta which deludes us. That is why this delusion of chitta can go only when From the gurus, we get the blow like that of the mace. इसलिए मोह मुद्गरा कहते हैं. That Bhajagovindam text is Moha Mudgara. Every teaching of the Guru is the Mudgara Prahara, the blow of the Gada or the mace on our deluded Chitta. Are we ready alone to receive it? Only then we can shake and then we can come out of that delusion and pursue Moksha Purushartha. डरते हम गुरु के उस प्रहार को पाने के लिए. And why the Guru is doing prahara? Is it any use for him for that? Or the Shastras doing prahara? मेरे लिए हवा नहीं कर रहे हो, not for them. But we are not ready to get that blow and we are not ready to leave this comfort zone even though it is in the कीचड़ and दलदल like a swine, pig, बंद पशु की तरह. वो क्या कहते हैं उसको? पिग की तरह, सुअर की तरह. We are ready to be in this daldal of kama krodha samsara but not wanting to come out. Isn't it? Those who are already lost in it, drown. You and I, even though we are listening to Shastra, but not so attentively, so seriously, so sincerely, to change our course of action from the Dharma or the Kama towards the Moksha. ये है यहाँ चित्त का ये पावरफुल थिंग. इसलिए चित्त filled with Shastra Jnana, chitta filled with upasana and prarthana to Paramatma alone will make that chitta turn towards the ultimate. नहीं तो ऐसा ही भ्रमण कराएगा वो. सो अवांतर निपाताय, निपतनम मीन्स मेकिंग अस फॉल, अवांतर मीन्स सम अदर प्लेस. सो टू शून्यवा भ्रमणाय, मेकिंग अस डू भ्रमण इन द शून्य, इन द अपर वर्ल्ड्स. तृणम चंड अनिलेन इव, like this is done by the anila, the chanda anila for the truna, the grass. Same way chetasa aham dure nitah. Here dure means far away from the peace, far away from the chain, far away from the bliss, far away from the happiness, far away from the liberation. And all these are in the Atman only. Therefore, Dure means far away from the self, getting lost in the not self. So here Shunyava Brahmana means in the meaningless, Purusharthaless, Pashu Yoniyo mein jana. They are all Shunya only, no? They just leave for Artha Kama. You observe a monkey, half day, one day, don't become a monkey. Jada dekhoge, ban jaoge. It's Brahmana is Shunya only. Is there any Purushartha in it? मुझे स्वाध्याय करना, ध्यान करना, कोई पुरुषार्थ नहीं है. ओनली सर्वाइवल फॉर दैट, ईटिंग फूड एंड प्रोक्रिएशन, स्लीपिंग, अफरेड ऑफ इट्स ओन लाइफ. उसको बचाते रहो, एक दिन मर जाओ. दैट लाइफ विदाउट पुरुषार्थ इज शून्य. And we are all living that even while in being a human being, and through our karma, actually we get the Pashuvani, which is Shunya only. You know, some of the villages, hospital is there, Ram ke vaste, government hospital. Neither infrastructure nor medicine, no doctor and nurses, they all have all the time on chutti. Or government Prathamik Pathshala, primary school. Neither table is there, bench is there, nor children are there, nor blackboard, nor the teacher to teach. Shunya only. Vichitra hai ki nahi? Don't we see it 10 years back, 30 years back, how worst was our country everywhere? Because the immature rulers, non-patriotic rulers, those never had the vision, thinking ability. But now it changed. It's only 2% of Indians are poor now, according to today's data, whether it's correct or not. 2% only now. 98 have become self-managing. Everything changed now. Good. Now, शून्य की example हम बता रहे. In the same way, either here where life is शून्य or when you go to animal yoni, it is शून्य only. No मतलब आपका that जिंदगी. The real fullness in life is when we pursue for and achieve the ultimate Purushartha. Okay. One more shloka. Samsara jaladherasmat nitya muktaranonmukha setuneva payah puraha rodhitosmi kuchetasa. Interesting है ये वाला एग्जाम्पल. ये भी फेमिलियर है थोड़ा. to catch these examples, we have to pause and wait to remember the experiences we have seen. We might have not gone through that. Here he says, ki samsara jaladehe asmat. From this ocean of samsara, samsara jaladi. Jaladi is ocean. Samsara jaladi is from this ocean of samsara. Nityam. Nitya means always mukta rana unmukaha. I am as if yuddha, doing yuddha only to become mukta from this samsara jaladi. How do we become mukta from the samsara jaladi? What is the rana we do? Generally, when we are in the ocean, getting floated or flown in that, we try to swim and come onto the banks. And from that, come onto the same earth. Ab dekho, you have seen so many times. You know, the animals during the floods, even the human beings, you know, they somehow swim and come up to the banks in the ocean flow or river flow. But then the banks of the river or the flowing thing is so high, so tough that they cannot come across to the earth. खासकर पशु लोग वहां तक आ जाते हैं, लेकिन वो सपोर्ट लेकर बाहर नहीं जा सकते. Finally, लड़के करके one big flow of that wave or river comes, it just gets carried away by it, goes away. Now listen this beautiful thing. Example understood? See, up to the banks I have come, but the banks itself are so high, so slippery that I am not able to cross. In the same way, from the samsara samudra, I am putting all my efforts to cross. But up to the banks level I came, but the banks themselves are such not allowing me to cross. That banks is called chitta here. Isn't it? Like in the class when we are there, we have come up to the banks. चलो आज तत्व जानेंगे साधना करेंगे परमात्मा. The moment we go out of the class, our own chitta, like a big bank, will bring into our mind so many other sankalpas, desires, priorities, so many things will come that we are not crossing this ocean of samsara by implementing what we have learned in the class. Example is that. So, asmat samsara jaladehe nitya mukta rana unmukaha. Nitya means always. Mukta wanting to get freed. Rana, I am doing yuddha unmukaha with all my liking. Yet, setuna iva. Like the setu, the bridges, the banks, payaha puraha, which is filled with water, and the setu is bigger. Roditha asmi, I am being not allowed to cross and go. विचित्र सीन है ये. देखो, those banks that are there at the rivers are so helpful for the people who are staying in the villages or towns, so that the water is not overflown to them. उनके लिए जो ऑलरेडी सेफ है, ये बैंक्स हेल्प करते हैं. But the fellow who is already in the water, the fellow who is already in the water, the same banks are the ones which doesn't allow him to come across, come away from the. This is the example here. यह कहते कि चेतना इव पयपुरः कुचेतसा रोदितोस्मि. This is the word to be underlined. Kuchetaha. My chitta filled with all negative thoughts, etc. Again and again, not allowing me to cross this ocean of samsara, enter into moksha purushartha. है कि नहीं? 2 दिन बैठता हूँ ध्यान के लिए, तीसरा दिन कोई ना कोई संकल्प, some or the other desire, some or the other project, some or the other body pain, some or the other prarabdha, some or the excuses, somebody comes and calls me. Kucheta means that. Then postpone that sadhana. You and I postpone sadhana 2-3 दिन में एक बार. The other people of the world have totally they have postponed for the whole life or many lives. Both of us are only because of one kuchetaha. That chitta which has got various sankalpas projects other than Paramatma. Roditosmi kuchetasa. I want to cross, but not allowed. What a perfect example this is, fitting to what is happening in our heart. We are genuine. Like यहाँ लिखा है नित्य मुक्त रण उन्मुखः. We are all doing the yuddha That's why we come to class regularly. We are trying to listen attentively. We are trying to understand it. We are doing the efforts like that person wanting to come into that earth, crossing that river or ocean. Their genuinity है पूरा. But the banks are so high, he is not able to cross. So too in our life, the vasanas so strong, habits of chitta are so strong. So even in the chitta are the senses etc. ये सब मिलकर रोदितः अस्मि, हमको जाने नहीं दे रहे पार. To put it the other way around, just keeping it away, everything, keeping away everything, exclusively throughout the day, doing sadhana only to know the truth, we are not able to do. A part of the sadhana, a part of the day schedule is little bit sadhana, 1 hour, 2 hour, बाकी 22 घंटे तो other things only of the world. That is the thing. Kuchetasa rodita asmi. Rodita means I am stopped. I am not allowed to go into that safe zone. We have seen it so many times. Those people, really they try to hold on to some boulder or even tree to come out of that. बट इतने में बड़ा सा वेव आ जाकर खींच लेता है उसको. और दैट बैंक्स itself is so hard etc. to climb. Chitta is such one which doesn't spare anyone. So here in this shloka, both things are spoken. I am serious, sincere, genuine that I want to come out of samsara through sadhana. वो पार्ट अच्छा है क्योंकि I might have heard shastras, did little contemplation. Yet this chitta is such a terrible one. कैसा जाएगा तू मेरे को पार कर? The pancha kleshas of the chitta, the bahirmukhata of the chitta. Oh, fooling us again and again, again and again. See, have you ever become this way aware of the inner havoc that chitta is playing? Rama is guiding us. That's why pause. Study Yoga Vaashishtha Ramayana. Try to tune to the Rama's mind in our buddhi. How is he contemplating? Contemplate like that. Then we will be able to diagnose exactly what's the problem in us because of which we are relentlessly our samsaris, not able to become sadhaka and siddha. Then treat it. ट्रीटमेंट अभी गुरु लोग देंगे, अभी शुरू नहीं हुआ. अभी ये पेशेंट ही अपना सारा बताया जा रहा है. Right? Next one. पातालाद् गच्छता पृथ्वीं पृथ्व्याः पातालगामिना कूपकाष्ठं कुदाम्नेव वेष्टितोऽस्मि कुचेतसा. ये बढ़िया एग्जाम्पल कि पातालात् गच्छता पृथ्वीं पृथ्व्याः पातालगामिना कूपकाष्ठं कुदाम्ना इव वेष्टितोऽस्मि कुचेतसा. Various ways of taking water from the well kupa for daily usage or even for that crops or fields etc. Isn't it? No, I don't know what is called it is in Hindi or English. That's a particular wooden made vessel is there, tied with the rope. That is allowed to go into the waters which are the deep in the well. Then उस रस्सी से खींचते हैं, है ना. देर आर सम वेराइटी टेक्निक्स आर देर. इवन बैल वगैरह से भी खिंचवाते वो. सो इट गोज इनसाइड. इट इज लाइक ना, यू कैन सी दैट इन द rivers or not rivers, lakes, not even lakes, ponds in which these prawns वगैरह are grown there. Prawn, PRAWN, है ना, लोग खाते हो. तो the prawns na, even the water is little impure or something, they die. They go on cycling the water, चक 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 घुमाते रहते. Such type of things are there. 3 or 4 vessel type of wells are there in the semicircle circle shape में. तो एक वाला नीचे जाता है, पानी को ले आता है. फिर when it comes here, it gets a turn like that, it falls. Then the other one comes. Other one. Either only one thing will bring the water, or the two things may be put opposite. कभी कभी चार चार भी लगाते हैं. We have seen all of them in our childhood. है ना. समार क्या करते हैं ना, उसको ऐसे कोई बैम्बू बांधते हैं, उसको घुमाते हैं. When it is gumaved by 2-3 people, the water is pulled up. Nowadays, everything is machinery. So what is happening here? That particular vessel which brings water going into the patala, getting the water, again pouring it on the prithvi, again going into patala. I mean, so in this way, two position. Patala gachata prithvi. So पाताल से पृथ्वी में फिर पृथ्व्याः पातालगामी. In this way, my chitta is making me, through my karma, go to the patala yoni of the naraka pashu pakshi, and from there, oh karma pal ho gaya, again come back to human life. Again in the human life, it makes me do some nonsense. Again I go to the patala. So patalan gachata prithvim, prithvya patala gamina, kupa kashta means that wood, that wooden vessel. काष्ट मीन्स वुडन वन, कूप मीन्स जो पानी को निकालने वाला कूप से, कूप मीन्स द वेल. सो कूप काष्टम कुदामना इवा, कुदामना मीन्स दैट रस्सी के साथ खींचते हुए उसको ऊपर ले आते, पानी गिराते, फिर नीचे छोड़ते हैं. इन दैट वे कूप काष्टम कुदामना इवा कुचेतसा वेष्टितः अस्मि. I also with my kucheta, dushta cheta, always I am forced to do such type of karma which takes me to the patala yoni. Oh, ho gaya, फिर I come back to earth only to do those negative things again. Go for it. Here specifically the अर्थ काम के लिए काम करने से वो फुलफिल करने वाले योनियों में हम जाएंगे. It can be human or any of the pashu pakshi yoni. So in this way that example is given here. So we have some 10 more shlokas. Tomorrow we'll see 10 or 8 of them. So each of them we are just explaining in our own rush and hurry, but each one has to take their own time. I have to take and take one shloka and feed that example in our mind and compare it with our own chitta. Is it not happening exactly? Yeah. So then what is the solution? The gurus will tell us. Only one solution obvious is slowly turn attention towards Paramatma. And what is Paramatma? Who is Paramatma? Who is Paramatma? Who will tell us? Only Guru through Shastra. Otherwise, we will be flown in our flow of the Chitta. Only in Karta Karma, Karma Phala, Janma Marnadi Chakra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramanushibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Bol Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan Ki, Bol Sri Vashishtha Vishwamitra Valmiki VYASA Vamadeva VARADWAJA RISHIBHYO की जय. ॐ न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नीमा विद्युतो भान्तिकुतो यत् तमेव बान्धवनुभात् तस्य वाजात् दाशरथा विद्महे सीतावल्लभ तन्नो राम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय नमः. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. बोल श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव भरद्वाज आदि समस्त ऋषिमुनि देवता परम्पर की जय. बोलो भाई सब सुंदर की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नम पार्वती पदे हर हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय जय राम राम. अम्बे अम्बे आदि पराशक्ति माता की जय. श्री समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापन की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. Friends, our evening 2 hours are really for the ones who have the art and knack and interest of using, is giving the best things. You know, first through this Ramayanam, Yoga Vasma Ramayana, the Viveka Vairagya. You know, about Chitta, Hankara, their wrong deeds. Then through the Shivananda Lahari, how this Antakarana has to be tuned towards Paramatma, the Bhagwan, in Bhakti, we are taught. And thereafter, through the stotrams, we are given practical training. And the shlokas we are chanting, Sahasnavadi we are chanting, Ramanam. And finally, the best thing with which we should conclude the day, that is the Brahma Tattva Chintanam. Because next day morning, you have to awaken with the Brahma Vichara, Brahma Vichara, Brahma Vritti only. Vritti. Therefore, finally, Bhagavan is making us, through the Rubu Gita, remind us of our own essential self. These 2 hours, if we really genuinely apply ourselves fully, not allowing anything to distract us, any biasnesses. We may not like the Guru, we may not like the teaching of the way of teaching of the Guru, we are interested in some other Guru. You know, hundreds of obstacles are there. All those nonsense or meaningless things when you drop, just focus on that. Imagining, no, knowing and accepting that this is how Guru and Bhagavan is gracing, blessing us. In that attitude and mood, with the full readiness and willingness, that I'll make maximum use of these 2 hours, 6 or 5 programs. With that attentiveness, if you do know, plenty of sadhana is done by us. In the same way, morning, those 2 hours of 2 classes of our Upanishad Shvetashvatara, nowadays, so beautiful quotations of all Upanishads, each one completely we're analyzing and doing the japa and dhyana of it. Then the Yoga Darshanam, how critical, deep analysis of Chitta is happening. These 4 classes we regularly listen, we'll be kept in track, we'll be kept in touch with the truth. We'll be given the information, inspiration. When we gather it, when we catch it, when we grasp it, when we use it throughout the other part of the daytime of the day, there our sadhana happening. I to feel like that ki our evening class, both evening class, morning, dopair wala bhi, the Mandukya, how beautiful today's discussion about the Chaturtha Matra Amatra discussion. Excellent it was. So to the Gita. We have come up to that Gunatita Sthiti beginning in the 14th chapter for the youth. So this is how the Lord is blessing. Sunte sunte, we refine our faculties inside, we refine our understandings, we strengthen our correct, complete, authentic understandings. Then we start getting inspired. We strengthen that inspiration. We use that inspiration in implementing what we have learned called as sadhana. We become consistent in it relentlessly in spite of all inner and outer pulls. Then slowly we cross all these limitations. Then the light will be shown to us. The prajna aloka will happen. This is how everybody traveled. We are also given a chance. तो फील सीरियस अबाउट सिंसियर अबाउट इट. मैं तो कहता हूँ हमारे ये जो अभी शास्त्र अध्ययन चलेगा अगले 15-20 साल तक जब तक शरीर में है, ये हमारा एंटायर फ्यूचर लाइव्स फुल्ली स्पिरिचुअल बनकर विद इन ए लाइफ ओनली वी मस्ट रियलाइज इफ इट डजंट हैपन इन दिस वेरी लाइफ. In this very life happens very good, like some of the people came for few classes, अब उनकी मुक्ति हो गई. Isn't it? इन द सेम वे आपका भी जल्दी इसी जिंदगी हो गया, उससे ज़्यादा क्या है, वही चाहिए हमको. इफ नॉट सो मच फुल्ली प्रिपेयर्ड with the jnanam of the shastra of the Paramatma and the jignasa to know it, the desire to know it, and full vairagya ki other than this nothing I want, nothing I want. ये तरह का दिमाग हमें तैयार कर कर रखना है. Who knows, in this very life toward the end Bhagavan may come and give that enlightening. है ना? That is possible, no? It's a question of a microsecond for the Lord. Just हटाया पर्दा, हो गया दर्शन. दीदार यार जो आप कहते हैं, I don't know उर्दू में. How they just remove the curtain, darshan. Because the self is me only, ever eternally. Just that curtain of delusion, ignorance, which we are not able to remove, he just removes. Are I am that, everything is me. Other than me, nothing is there. Where is the samsara? Where is the world? Where is the duality? Where is something other than me for me to get caught up? Oh, Sarvam Brahmamayam, Sarvam Atmayam. That's the meaning of all quotations of Upanishads which we are studying in the morning. Atmanam Ched Vijaniyat Aham Asmi Purusha Kimichan Kase Kamaya Shariman Sanjaret Tarati Shokam Atmamitu Tamevam Viditva Amruta Hya Bhavati Nanya Panta Hena Vidyate Nache Hiha Vedit Mahati Vinashtihi. All what we are studying is this only. So let us make use of these our beautiful classes. And a lot of obstacles we conquered, the initial hiccups, initial hesitations. But please remember, these Shatrus always will be waiting for an opportunity. थोड़ा मौका दिया ना तो फिर वो हमको ग्रैब कर लेते हैं फिर. This is what people are not understanding, because deeply they don't have the Guru Bhakti or the Shastra Bhakti or Bhagavad Bhakti, but easily they are getting carried away either by their ego or other egos. You and I don't have that much, therefore, at least we are maintaining our study. But that's not enough. We can't say the enemies have got subsided. Anytime they can pounce upon us. तो चौकन्ना रहते हुए जो चल रहा है इसको जारी करते हुए ही इसको कैसे और अच्छा यूज करना. Let us think about that. Let us make it serious and sincere. Zindagi mein, as how many things we have taken up sincerely and done. Now, when we have that ability to do so, why not take spiritual life also seriously and achieve it? The other way of saying is, जिंदगी में कुछ भी seriously लिया ही नहीं, lived only life of bakwas and bekuf. At least now do one thing seriously, called as spirituality. कुछ भी नहीं किया, कुछ भी नहीं पाया, अब कम से कम ये करो. ये तो कम से कम है, लेकिन ज्यादा से ज्यादा. So really be pleased with these beautiful our opportunities. And how long it will continue, who knows? अगर भगवान ने मेरे को ऐसा कोई थॉट कर दी, रुक जाओ सारा सत्संग छोड़ो, then that opportunity will end that day. Of course, there are so many people to give satsang. अच्छा सत्संग सुनने वालों को कोई डर तो नहीं है. They get somewhere or other opportunity. But this silsila will stop. Wherein from last 1400 days, our time between evening 6 to 8:30 is given only for Paramatma. I have never seen evening 6:30 to 8:30 how the world looks outside from last 1400 days. So too, morning from 7:38 to 10, दुनिया में क्या होता है पिछले 1400 दिन से हमने देखा ही नहीं. That's how the time is given to God. Then mind we give, then contemplation, then deeper contemplation. Then that धुंधलापन होता है ना वो चला जाएगा. Then spashtata starts coming. Then we know what we are pursuing. Then we focus on it. Then we get that, we become one with that. That's how it happens. May it happen to all of us very soon. But congratulations to you for attending regularly and gratitude for giving me this chance.